Hi, I'm Ivan Zoot for Jatai Academy, JATAI.net on the web, and I'm excited to be here with another video in our educational series. Today we're jumping in the mailbag, we're pulling out a letter, we want to know what you want to know, and we want to help. Today's letter asks the question, hey, I'm thinking about a mobile barbershop or a mobile hair salon operation as a part of my business or as my business entirely. What do you think about that idea? My answer is, I think we should think about that idea. I think it has the potential to be good, but I think I've got top 5 tips of things you should think about before you embark on or before you endeavor to launch a mobile hair salon or barbershop operation. Number 1, regulatory issues. Is it legal where you live? There are some areas where performing services outside of a salon or shop environment is a no-no. There are some areas where you can't do this. There are some areas where you can do this, but you might need a special license of some kind for a particular municipality or different municipalities depending on where you think you're going to do what you're doing. And there may be some tax implications where there are communities that charge service taxes versus some that do not. So there are some legal issues that I think you need to explore before you jump in. That's number 1. Number 2 on the list. Is there really a market for this? You may think there's a market. You probably want to survey some clients. You probably want to do a little research. You probably want to ask around, look around and see, Google around and see, is there anybody else in your community doing this? If no one is doing this, it might be a great idea and an awesome opportunity. If no one is doing this, there might be a really good reason why no one is doing this, and you just might not want to do this. So do your research and make sure you've got a market. Number 3 on the list is let's think about some of the little things. When you're out and about and doing, what are your options for water, electricity, and cleanup? Water could be really important if you think you're doing hair color and you need to rinse, or shaves and having hot towels and the ability to deliver a shave service, because we know if you don't steam the face properly and prep the skin, you're not shaving, you're scraping, and that's no fun for anybody. So water could be a consideration. Electricity, barbering, clipper cutting, cordless tools are better than they've ever been. Are you going to have the juice to deliver the goods? Electricity could be a consideration. And number 3, depending on where you're going, what is your ability to leave the place cleaner than you found it? Can you get all the hair? You can't. I'm not allowed to cut hair at home because we'll never get rid of the hair. There'll be hair everywhere forever. So you've got to really give some considerations to cleanup. If you're going in and you think you're going to be cleaning, you got to be taking shoe covers and a broom and a dustpan and maybe a Swiffer and maybe a garbage bag and maybe some rubber gloves. I'm building a kit just to clean up after the haircut, much less deliver the haircut itself. Things to consider. The next one on the list is pricing. And pricing, near and dear to me, you know, July 1, Raise Your Haircut Prices Day in the USA is something I love to talk about. So I like to talk about raising prices, but before we raise them, I like to talk about setting them intelligently. In order to set your prices for mobile work, you're going to have to factor in transportation time, gasoline, wear and tear on the vehicle, taking you out of your regular environment. Think about it. If it takes you a half hour to do a haircut, and it takes you a half hour to drive to the haircut, and a half hour to drive back from a haircut, a mobile haircut needs to cost at least 3 haircuts. Do the math and take a look at what this business needs to look like to really be successful. Really dig deep on the pricing. My phone coaching service, which is available through information at clipperguy.com, I'd be very happy to work with you on issues of pricing and strategic planning if you're seriously considering an endeavor like this. Last on the list is maybe you want to do this as an offshoot. Maybe the idea of mobile haircutting or mobile service isn't your whole business, but if you've got an established business, maybe you can test the waters. This might be a way of testing the regulatory issues, testing the market, whether it's there, testing your ability, water, electricity, cleanup to really deliver these services, even testing your pricing to see how it impacts your bottom line, and does it negatively impact what you already do in the shop situation. So these are my top 5 tips from the top. Regulations, the market, water, electricity, cleanup, pricing, and the opportunity to use it as an offshoot. These are my 5 tips for assessing the notion of a remote haircutting business. Thank you for tuning in here at Jatai Academy. The Spring Style Show is coming up. West Coast fans, San Jose, California, April 15, 16 at the Convention Center. Jatai, we're going to be at booth number 992. All the feather razors, all the handles, all of the Jatai stuff you know and love. Hot show prices, show deals. Meet us, talk to us, let us help you make good choices about the tools you use every day. We're Jatai Academy. We love you and what you do, and we love helping you do what you do. JATAI.net on the web.